Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you the brand new Corrale. I'm going to be showing you how you can curl and straighten and also the key qualities about the product itself. Please like and subscribe below if you really enjoy the Dyson personal care range. I'll be showing you tips and tricks on how you can create the best hairstyles and get the most out of your Dyson product. So first of all, my hair is still damp from where I've got out of the shower. So what we're going to be doing is just using the Dyson Supersonic to make sure that our hair is 100% dry. So we need to make sure that our hair is 100% dry before we use the Dyson Corrale. If we don't, it can cause damage to the hair. It's not like the Dyson Supersonic and the Airwrap where you're working from wet hair first. You do need to make sure that your hair is completely dry. I definitely recommend the Dyson Supersonic to get your hair dried first, just because it is below 150 degrees. You're not going to be causing extreme heat damage to the hair, so you'll be keeping your hair as healthy as possible. Using both the Dyson Corrale and the Supersonic, you'll be keeping your hair to minimal heat damage. So I'm going to take my Dyson Supersonic and get started. So I'm just going to be using the smoothing nozzle. Because of this, it will make sure that it'll just blast the hair. I don't need it neat and tidy, I just need it just dried and smoothed out ever so slightly, just so that I can get the best results with the Corrale. So I'm just going to use it on high heat and high speed. As you can see, it's already added a really glossy shine to my hair, which is lovely, but we're just going to extend on that by using our Dyson Corrale and also putting a little bit of shape and style into the hair. So this is the Dyson Corrale itself. So this is the beautiful presentation box that it comes in. As well as having such a beautiful display on the front, it also tells you what is inside the box on this part here. And you also have your serial number. With your serial number, that will give you your 2-year guarantee, which is really important. So if you have any problems at all, Dyson will be able to help you. So you simply just register online, or if you purchase in store with me, I'll help you register it with myself. Also, as well as on the box, you've got perfect details onto why the Dyson Corrale is so incredible. So the first one is the intelligent heat control. So it has an integrated sensor system that regulates the temperature of the plates 100 times a second. So what this means is there's a microprocessor inside your Corrale, and it tests it 100 times a second to make sure that it stays at the heat you set it at. So with the different heat settings, it can go from 165 degrees to 185 degrees and 210 degrees. So whatever heat setting you set it at, the microprocessor inside will make sure that them plates stay at that regulated heat. So if you set it at 165 degrees, they will stay at 165 degrees. This will be kept throughout the whole of the plates, whereas with alternative brands, some of them, they fluctuate throughout the plates. So you'll just get heat spots here and there, and it won't be a nice guided flow throughout the plates through the hair, so it can be a bit mismatched. So it's not very good for the hair as well. So with the Corrale, because of the plates that they've created and also the microprocessor inside, you will make sure that you keep your plates at the heat you have set it at. So as well as this, you have the use of a cord-free or corded in hybrid charge mode. So what this means is you can use them corded or cordless. This is a beautiful creation for a straightener, because normally we get caught in the cable, especially when we're trying to do curls and things like that. It's just quite uncomfortable. So Dyson have created a cordless straightener, and if you do get to a point where you've run out, so you'll get 30 minutes run time. If you do get close to that 30 minutes, you can just plug them in and use them as hybrid mode. So you'll still have loads of cable length compared to a normal straightener as well. So it's about 4 meters plus, which is amazing. So I can hold it in one of my hands, bring the cable all the way under my feet, and hold it in the other hand and still have plenty of cable left. So if you have a dressing table or something like that, then you don't have to worry, you will have loads of cable. And it also has swivel on the end, so you won't get caught in it. So it's a beautiful way that they've created it, so you can use it charged and cordless, or if you run out of charge you can start to use your cable. They also charge on the charging dock that is included inside the box as well. The lovely thing about this charging dock, which it looks like this, is that it can just sit on your dressing table, so you can just place them on there when you're finished, or when you're halfway through styling you can pop them on there and they're continuously charging. So it makes it a lot easier for you. Going back to the technology behind the Corrale. So full performance cord-free straightener, as we've said before. So it's powered by a 4-cell lithium-ion battery for the thermal performance of a corded product with a cord-free versatility. So even if these get to low battery, you're still going to have that performance of a corded straightener, whereas with normal sort of other cordless straighteners, they don't perform as well as a corded straightener. But Dyson have really looked into the way that we can make sure that these have the full performance. So as I said before, the heat will stay the same throughout the whole of the time that you're using your straightener. Even if it gets to low battery, you don't have to worry. You can just use it and it's not going to reduce in heat, and it's also going to make sure that heat stays throughout them plates that whole time. So you're going to have that performance of a corded straightener, but it's cordless. It also has a tourmaline edge. What we mean by tourmaline edge is that they're slightly beveled around, and they also have ionizing properties, which helps to reduce static, which is beautiful because of the fact that they're slightly beveled in. You can get as close to the root as you like without burning your root. A problem that I've had in the past is with straighteners, you're trying to get as close to the root without causing one of those like little indentations where you can definitely see that you've styled your hair. But with the Dyson, we've made sure that you can get as close to the root as you want, and it'll be more of a precise style, and it'll look more natural and effortless as well. Also, we have the manganese copper alloy plates. These are the most important part of this straightener. So what it means is it flexes and gathers together and controls your hair for enhanced styling with less heat. So because of the fact that they're the flexing plates, it will keep all of the hair in between the plates. So they actually flex and gather their hair together rather than crushing the hair. So it'll be flexing and move with the hair. So basically it's cushioning the hair rather than crushing it. So because of this, we have 50% less heat and 50% less mechanical damage. So we're going to be protecting our hair 50% more than what we would be with an alternative product. So we want healthy, shiny, glossy hair. The Dyson Corrale is going to be able to give us this with the minimal heat damage. The word Corrale actually means to gather together, so that's why we have called this straightener the Dyson Corrale, because we want to keep that hair gathered together to be able to go over the hair in one pass rather than having to keep going over and over, because that causes a lot of heat damage, and also you want to be able to achieve the result that we want in the first pass of the hair, which I'm going to be able to show you in just a few minutes. So before we get on to styling, I'm going to show you the beauty of this product. So we're just going to unpackage it. So we're just going to take off the outer casing just so you guys can see how it is packaged as well. So we just have this nice little box packaging. With that, it can also be recycled, which is lovely. So I keep mine though because it just looks beautiful. We now have to get into this part of it. So it's packaged quite tightly, which is nice, so we know that everything is nice and secure inside the box. It actually shows the science behind the Dyson Corrale on the top of the box if you're interested. So I'm just going to be shaking this just to get the top box off. So this bit is off, and inside I've actually taken the sleeve off of mine, so you'd get a sleeve which is around your Dyson Corrale in its beautiful casing. So I've taken mine off, and this is your box still. So what we do is we simply unravel it. So you've got two ribbons. This is just so that you can tie this round when you're not using them. So inside it's a beautiful blue, and then on the outside we've got a really rich black, and then inside you will have your Dyson Corrale. With your Dyson Corrale itself, you've got your little latch which you can just press up, and that will unlatch your straighteners. So on the back as well, before I turn them on, just before the plates get hot, I'm just going to show you that it has flight mode. With flight mode, it means you can take it on an aeroplane with you in your hand luggage, rather than having to put it in your suitcase, worrying if you'd lose your suitcase and then you wouldn't have your Corrale itself. So being able to keep these on you at all times is amazing. No other straightener in the world has that, so we are one of a kind with this as well. So all you have to do is take out the little chip, and as you can see, it has little metal prongs which deactivate the battery. So if I try and turn it on, so this is the on button here. As you can see, I'm low battery. All you have to do is just look for the little aeroplane and it'll show a tick just to show you're in aeroplane mode. So all I'm going to do is simply pop that back into Corrale, and I'm going to be using these corded just because I'm on low battery to show you that they can work both ways. Inside your box you will also have your little charging dock, so it'll come in a little plastic bit here. So what you need to do is simply just pop this bit in here. I'm a great advertisement. There we go. So that's just so your Corrale can rest onto its stand. On the back of the stand you have got a metal attachment which is magnetic, so what that will do is give you the ability to put your charging cable onto here, and then you can charge your Corrale through this part here, which I'll show you in just a second. So this is your cable. As you can see, it's super duper long. So that's just one part of it, and then this bit is the other part. So as you can see, it's really long, which is perfect because we want to be able to put it under a dressing table and things like that. Then it will work really well for us. So if we're looking to just charge our Corrale, all we have to do, first of all, take that bit, is just literally magnetically attach. So we have to take it off and magnetically attach. So you can see that it is charging because you'll have a little red light lighting up to let you know. So super duper easy. Your other way of charging is taking your charging dock at the back, putting your magnetic attachment onto there, and then simply popping your Corrale on, and it makes a little noise just to let you know that it is charging. So it takes 40 minutes to get to 30%. Stop. I told a lie. It takes 40 minutes to get to 90% charged. After you've waited 40 minutes for it to be 90% charged, if you want to get it to 100% charged, what you'll need to do is leave it an extra 30 minutes. The reason that it's 70 minutes altogether is the last 30 minutes trickle charges the battery just to protect it. So as I mentioned before, that 4-cell lithium-ion battery is what needs charging, and we don't want to damage it. So the extra 30 minutes is going to just prevent that damage from happening. It's just like a mobile phone. So one thing you'll notice with your Dyson Corrale is that it will be a little bit more heavier. The reason for this is because of the 4-cell lithium-ion battery that we have inside. Without that battery, we can't have it cordless. I personally don't find it a negative. I find it easier to control, and also I think that yourself will find it easier to use, and also you won't notice it when you're styling. So the weight of it actually gives you that control, as when you curl and bring it down, you feel that weight of the straightener in your hand. Whereas sometimes when you have lighter ones, it creates that snappy effect where you kind of haven't got that as much control. So I personally prefer it, but it's just one of the things that you guys should know about, is that it is ever so slightly heavier. I definitely don't think it's a negative, but it's just one thing that you guys should know about. So as I showed you before, to turn on your Corrale, you simply press this button here. As you can see, I have low battery as I haven't charged mine yet. So all I'm going to simply do is pop on the cable. So all you have to do next to turn it on to the desired heat is press the plus or the minus button. I'm going to press the plus. So I'm now on 165 degrees. This is really good for finer hair types. Also anyone who has quite flat hair, I would definitely recommend that heat. So 165 degrees is for finer hair types. You've then got 185 degrees, which works best for my hair because it naturally has got a little bit of movement through there. So with that movement, we want to be able to completely get rid of that if we want to straighten it. So 185 degrees is the perfect heat if you have natural movement and wave into your hair. As you can see, when you hit the desired heat, it will then make a nice little tick, just to let you know. Also, there's another setting which is 210 degrees. This is completely recommended for anyone with Afro-Caribbean hair, really tight curls with a lot of movement and a lot of texture in the hair. So I would recommend 210 for naturally quite curly hair, 185 degrees for wavy movement and quite kind of unruly hair, and then also 165 degrees for people with naturally quite fine hair types. So I'm going to go back down to 185 degrees for me. So as you can see, your Corrale will also reduce in heat too, which is absolutely amazing. So you saw how quickly it reduced that heat. So it literally takes seconds. One thing I'll show you as well is when you turn off your Corrale, you'll see that there is a red light. With this red light, what that means is the plates are still hot and warm, so you just need to be cautious not to touch them. Another thing that we have as well is if I just turn it back on and press up, if I try to shut these and put the lock on, it'll let me know that I haven't turned off my straighteners. So if you're worried about leaving your straighteners on, please don't worry, this will let you know. So with our Corrale, if we don't use them after 5 minutes, they'll start to reduce in heat. So as I'm at 185 degrees, it'll then go down to 165 degrees. After they've been left for 10 minutes, they'll completely turn themselves off, which is really helpful because a lot of straighteners, they just keep themselves on and they could burn the house down or any disasters could happen. So the nice thing is about these, they turn themselves completely off and they'll be on this stand so they won't cause any disasters. So it'll keep it a lot easier and a lot safer and you'll have peace of mind. So I'm now going to get on to styling so that you can see how this product works. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited. So what we're going to do is just section down the middle. So I'm going to do one side of my head straight and one side of my head curly. So I'm just going to section this bit out the way for now. So we've just sectioned this bit out of the way. I'm then going to just take this into half. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to do curling. You can create curls, waves, so many different styles that you want. It's completely up to you how you style. I'm going to be using it corded because I was silly and I didn't charge them before I created this video, but hopefully halfway through I'll be able to show you them cordless as well. So all we're going to do is take a section of hair. You can take big or small sections as you like. You'll know if you can't fit that hair in the Corrale. So all you're going to have to do is pop that piece of hair in, twist and direct down. And you've got a curl straight away in one pass. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited. So we're going to do it again. So taking our section, bringing our plates down, we're going to twist and direct down. And we got another beautiful curl. So it's super easy. The heat I've set mine at is perfect for my hair. And then I'm just going to continue to do this on this section of my head. So, I'm going to just take this other section down, and as you can see it's taking me no time at all, super easy. And that swivel cable is coming in really handy. I'm not even noticing that that cable is there. You visually can see it, but it's making no impact to me whatsoever. So the slower you go, the better the result. So let's do it again. So I'm literally taking like 3 sections per side of my head and it's so easy. We're now gonna keep twisting. Direct down. The more you twist, the tighter the curl will be, to be honest. Beautiful. These are gliding through my hair as well so nicely, so they're not causing like that kind of jagged effect. When you normally use a straightener, they can get stuck, and that's because of the way that the plates are designed. But because of these gorgeous plates, as you can see, the copper manganese effect is beautiful. So because of the metals that are inside these plates, so it's 6 different metals, because of this they've been made in a way that they won't jagger down the hair. They'll just give you that super smooth, sleek result. So as you can see, in literally like 2 minutes, I've been able to create some beautiful curls, which you can adapt and style to how you prefer. So if you do normally use straighteners and curl in a different way, you can totally do that. You can create beach waves, you can create more of a classic wave, and you can create lots of different curls. So it's limitless with the way that you can style. So this is how I've curled, and yes, it only took 2 minutes. And this side, I'm going to show you how it looks when you straighten. So I'm just going to section that bit out of the way for now. I'm going to take my corral and I'm simply going to just bring it in as close as I want to the root and go slowly down the hair, because with 50% less damage we don't have to rush this. And as you can see, in one pass of the hair is super sleek and smooth. It's even better when you use a comb, because then you have that guidance. But I really just want to show you guys such a true result and show you how easy it is to use. So super glossy and super smooth. It's so lovely. So you can see the difference between the straight and the curly, obviously. It really lengthens the hair when you have it straight as well, which is really nice. So if you're trying to grow your hair and get it longer, using your Dyson Corrale with 50% less damage just is going to help so much, and it's really going to bring out the colours in your hair as well, so give you a really glossy effect. I'm now looking to keep my hair as healthy as possible, so I haven't dyed it in months, and as you can see, it's just really making a massive effect on it. So with my Corrale, I don't feel worried to use it. I know that I'm still going to be able to grow my hair because it's 50% less damage. Beautiful. So if you create a slight bevel shape like I did just then, your straighteners are going to create that. You have to go completely dead straight if you want it super straight. So bring out slightly at a dead straight angle. If not, you will get a bit of a bevel. So there you go. Gorgeous. Look at that beautiful shine. So I'm going to go on to my last section and take this bit, split it in half. So I can take really big sections, I don't have to take lots of little ones. So take it again, bring as close to the root as I want. So, as you can see, it's just going to be super, super glossy. Gosh, beautiful. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a brush through, just so we can see how it all looks. Shine, I can't believe it, it's beautiful. So as you can see, we've got nice and gorgeous straight this side. I have added a little bit of a bevel to this front bit, which, just so you guys can see, look at it, sleek, there we go. So super shiny, super, super shiny. When you have it straight, you can really see that glossy shine. And with the curls, they're just gorgeous. As you can see, they aren't dropping, they are retaining that beautiful shape. Even if I pull it down, they're gonna just bounce straight back, which is what we want. We want hair that will retain its shape throughout the day, and give a beautiful glossy shiny finish. It looks healthy rather than frazzled from heat. We want to be able to create this on a daily basis, so the Corrale gives us that ability to do that. So I really hope that you've enjoyed watching me create 2 different styles with the Dyson Corrale. You should know that you can create so many more, and the Corrale is going to give you the ability to have healthy, glossy, shiny hair and loads of different hairstyles. So I'm just going to turn my Corrale off now. So I simply press this button down here, and then I'm just going to shut them, and then I'm going to just pop them on my charging dock for later. So if you have any other questions at all about the Dyson Corrale, I'll be creating so many more videos. Please comment below and I can help you out. If not, you can find me on Instagram, which is again Lydia Ellen Stylist, to help you out with all your hair needs with the Dyson personal care range. Thank you for watching.